Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 3 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Cincinnati Reds and Miami Marlins. On August 5th, 2024, the Cincinnati Reds are set to clash with the Miami Marlins at Lone Depot Park in Miami. Both teams are struggling in 5th place in their respective divisions, making this matchup a critical juncture for their postseason dreams. The Reds, currently at 53-58, have had a bumpy ride this season. They recently dropped 2 out of 3 games against the Giants, getting outscored 15-8. Offensively, they've been shaky, with Jeimer Candelario and Santiago Espinal providing the only highlights through solo home runs. With the Reds sitting 6.5 games behind the final wild-card spot, every game now carries immense weight. Meanwhile, the Marlins, holding a 42-70 record, managed to split a 4-game series with the Braves in Atlanta. Despite trading away key players like Brian De La Cruz, Josh Bell, and Jazz Chisholm Jr., they showed resilience by securing 2 wins. Newcomer Jonah Bride made an impact with a home run in their latest win, suggesting some promise in their retooled lineup. The Reds have not yet named their starting pitcher, indicating a possible bullpen game. Their bullpen, which ranks 11th in the league with a 3.87 ERA, has shown some recent inconsistency, giving up 8 runs against the Giants. On the mound for the Marlins will be Roddery Munoz, who has struggled this season with a 5.45 ERA and a 2-5 record. Munoz has been plagued by control issues, walking 32 batters over 66 innings and surrendering 19 home runs. His last start against Tampa Bay saw him allow 2 earned runs over 5 innings, but his overall inconsistency remains a concern. The Reds recently took 2 out of 3 games from the Marlins in their mid-July series. Historically, Cincinnati has fared well against Miami, and with the Marlins' recent roster changes, the Reds hold a psychological edge. Leading the Reds' offense is Elly De La Cruz, who has 18 home runs and leads the league with 57 stolen bases. Spencer Steer also stands out with 15 home runs and 65 RBIs. However, the Reds' offense lacks consistency, ranking 28th in team batting average .227 and 20th in OPS .694. For the Marlins post-trade, the lineup relies heavily on unproven talent and veterans looking for stability. Jake Berger is their new offensive leader, hitting 17 home runs and driving in 47 runs with a .240 average. Xavier Edwards has taken the leadoff spot, hitting consistently over his last 6 games. Jesus Sanchez, now the cleanup hitter, has 12 home runs this season. Despite these individual performances, the Marlins offense ranks 29th in both OPS and runs scored. Defensively, the Reds have the upper hand with a more reliable bullpen and a team ERA of 3.91, ranking 12th in MLB. The Marlins pitching staff, with a 4.46 ERA, ranks 25th. The Reds' defensive stability has been a key factor in their slightly better overall performance. Environmental factors, such as the weather and ballpark dimensions at Lone Depot Park, could influence the game. Historically, this stadium has favored pitchers, which might help in keeping the score low. Considering all aspects, the Reds have a tangible advantage. Their offensive firepower, driven by De La Cruz and Steer, along with a more dependable bullpen, positions them favorably. Munoz's struggles on the mound further tilt the scales toward Cincinnati. The Reds' ability to generate runs through home runs and base stealing, leading the league with 160 stolen bases, should be a decisive factor. Given the pitching matchup and recent performances, monitoring the betting lines is essential. The Reds are expected to perform well, especially against Munoz. The game's potential for higher scoring, due to the pitcher's inconsistencies, suggests betting on the over might be wise. The final recommendation is to bet on the Cincinnati Reds money line. With a stronger roster overall, combined with Miami's roster upheaval and Munoz's struggles, the Reds are positioned as the better team. Cincinnati is poised to secure a win, with a high-scoring game likely favoring the over on total runs. The bet is on the Cincinnati Reds money line.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Arizona Diamondbacks and Cleveland Guardians. Get ready for an electrifying clash as the Arizona Diamondbacks, 60-52, face off against the Cleveland Guardians, 67-44, at Progressive Field. With both teams in stellar form, this game is set to be a thrilling showdown filled with plenty of action. Here's an in-depth analysis pointing towards a high-scoring affair. The Diamondbacks are on a hot streak, winning 6 straight series and posting a 5-1 record in their last 6 games. Their offense has been sizzling, averaging an impressive 8 runs per game. Jock Peterson has been a key player, smashing his 17th home run of the season on Sunday. Arizona leads the National League with 575 runs scored over 112 games and holds a 258-team batting average, which is second best in the league. On the other side, despite dropping their last 2 games against the Orioles, the Cleveland Guardians managed to beat the AL East leaders twice and win 5 of their last 7 games. Offensively, they have averaged 6.3 runs per game recently. Over the past month, the team hit 228 and scored 92 runs in a 25-game stretch, with 40 of those runs coming in the last week alone. Josh Naylor has been a standout, driving in 3 runs with 1 swing on Sunday, bringing his season total to 24 home runs and 80 RBIs. Naylor also leads the team with 40 walks and has reached base in 10 consecutive games. Arizona's pitching has been holding up with a 4.72 ERA over the last 2 weeks, but still managing a 9-4 record. They rank second to last in the NL with a 4.52 team ERA this season, but are tied for 4th with 8 shutouts. Zach Gallen has been a bright spot, winning his last 3 starts, including a 6-inning, 1-run performance against the Nationals. The bullpen has a 26-21 record, 27 saves, and a 4.30 ERA, with A.J. Puck earning his first save with the club on Sunday after allowing just 1 run in 5 appearances since joining the team. Cleveland's pitching staff boasts a 3.71 team ERA, the 3rd best in the American League. In the last 2 weeks, they've gone 8-6 with a 3.96 ERA and 127 strikeouts. Logan Allen, the projected starter for Cleveland, struck out a season-high 9 batters in his last start, but lasted just 4.13 innings for the second consecutive outing. Over his last 3 starts, he's allowed 11 runs, 18 hits, and 5 walks, while striking out 17 batters in 11.23 innings. Cleveland's relievers have an AL Best 2.60 ERA with a 31-9 record and 38 saves. Environmental factors could also influence the game. Progressive Field's dimensions and potential weather conditions might favor hitters, making it easier for runs to be scored. Given the strong offensive performances from both teams, the combination of Arizona's potent lineup and Cleveland's recent surge in runs suggests a high-scoring game. Head-to-head matchups show a trend of high-scoring games between the Diamondbacks and Guardians. Recent performances in similar settings indicate both teams are capable of lighting up the scoreboard. With Gallen's road struggles and Allen's season-long issues, Monday's opener is shaping up to be a high-scoring affair. The over-under line is set at 8 runs, and considering the offensive firepower and pitching inconsistencies, betting on the over seems like a solid choice. Arizona's explosive lineup, paired with Cleveland's knack for seizing scoring opportunities, makes this game likely to exceed the 8-run mark. Bet on the total to go over 8 runs. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Minnesota Twins and Chicago Cubs. The Minnesota Twins are gearing up to face the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field on Monday night. The Twins, boasting a solid 61-48 record and 3rd place in the American League Central, are riding a hot 3-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Cubs, with a 54-59 record and positioned 5th in the National League Central, are looking to bounce back after a narrow defeat to the St. Louis Cardinals. The Twins have been firing on all cylinders, both offensively and defensively. They recently racked up an impressive 29 runs in their series against the Chicago White Sox, showcasing their offensive firepower. Leading the charge is Willie Castro with a team-best .260 batting average, and Ryan Jeffers, who has smashed 16 home runs and driven in 51 runs. On the mound, Minnesota will turn to David Festa, who, despite a 1-2 record and a 6.98 ERA, has shown promise in his recent starts. In his last outing against the Mets, Festa allowed just 2 runs over 5 innings. The Cubs have had a roller coaster season, struggling to find consistency. Although they recently enjoyed a 3-game winning streak, their momentum was halted by the Cardinals. Bright spots for the Cubs include Seiya Suzuki's .272 batting average and Ian Happ's 17 home runs and 62 RBIs. Starting for the Cubs will be Kyle Hendricks, who has endured a tough season with a 3-9 record and a 6.86 ERA, particularly struggling at home with a 6.23 ERA. These two teams have a history of tight contests at Wrigley Field. Over their last 5 meetings in Chicago, the Twins have taken 3, proving their capability on the road. This season, the Cubs' home field advantage has been less pronounced, with the team splitting their games at Wrigley. Looking at team stats, the Twins hold a clear advantage. They rank 5th in slugging percentage, .428, 7th in on-base percentage, .325, and 9th in both runs scored, .531, and batting average, .252. Their offensive depth is underscored by the 367 extra base hits they've tallied this season. Conversely, the Cubs rank in the bottom half of the league in several key offensive categories, including 24th in batting average, .233, and 23rd in slugging percentage, .380. Pitching-wise, the Twins' staff has been solid, ranking 2nd in WHIP, 1.17, and 6th in batting average allowed, .233. While their team ERA of 4.13 places them 19th overall, their ability to limit base runners and secure quality starts has been crucial. The Cubs' pitching staff, despite an 8th-place ranking in ERA, 3.78, has struggled with consistency, especially in high-pressure situations. Injuries are affecting both teams. The Twins will be without 6 pitchers and key position players Kyle Farmer, Alex Kirilloff, and Carlos Correa. Similarly, the Cubs are missing 8 pitchers and catcher Thomas Nido, impacting bullpen depth and defensive alignment. The betting line favors the Minnesota Twins with a -1.5 run spread, and the over-under set at 8 runs. Considering the Twins' recent offensive surge and the Cubs' pitching woes, the Twins are well positioned to cover the spread. Moreover, given both teams' tendency to score 4 or more runs in recent games, the over looks like a solid bet. In conclusion, the Minnesota Twins have the upper hand in this matchup. Their potent offense, coupled with Festa's recent solid outings, gives them a decisive edge over a struggling Cubs team. Hendricks' home struggles and the Cubs' inconsistent offense further tip the scales in favor of the Twins. The smart bet is on the Minnesota Twins money line.